Well, I decided to dress up today because in this video we're going to be reviewing a dress watch. It's a very affordable dress watch that can be found for around $100. And did I mention that it's an automatic? Yes, you heard me right, an automatic dress watch for around $100. What could I be talking about? We're talking about the Orient Symphony in today's video. I have a couple of different models here that we're going to look at. We're going to review these watches today and tell you everything that I love about them, a few things that I don't like, and at the end I'm going to give my verdict about this very affordable automatic dress watch. I hope you enjoy. Let's get into the review. Well, here they are, two versions of the Orient Symphony. This is the Gen 1 version. I've had both of these watches for at least 2 years now, and I do wear them often, so you will see some wear and tear as we go throughout this quick review today, and I hope it will be pretty quick. I don't want to spend too much time. Hopefully it will be right around 10 minutes before this video is out. Before we get into the review, please like the video and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Really appreciate that. The black version is the FER 27001B0, and then this version on the right with the whitish colored dial is FER 2700AW0, and again these are Gen 1 Orient Symphonies, but you can still find them out there. I'm going to leave up some specs and features here on the right as we talk about these watches. As you can see there on the screen, we do have a mineral crystal on these watches. This black version has IP coating on the stainless steel case. There is no coating on this other stainless steel model back there. The case diameter is 41 millimeters. Case thickness, you're looking at right around 12 millimeters thick. Lug to lug is 47 millimeters. Lug width is 22. And the band material is stainless steel for this one with the white dial, and then a leather band on this black version. Water resistance is 50 meters. And I weighed both of these watches. This black version weighs in at 67.4 grams, very lightweight. And then the stainless steel model, as I wear it anyway, with my 6.5-inch wrist, it comes in at 112.5 grams. The movement is an Orient caliber 48743. It's a 21 joule automatic 40-hour power reserve, 21,600 VPH. There's no hand winding and no hacking with this movement. And I do want to make a note that this movement can make some noise. It can be a little bit loud when you move it around. I'm going to see if I can pick that up on the camera, see if you can hear it. So you can hear that, I think. You can hear the movement wiggling around there, and so it is quite loud. Even when I hold my hand as far out as I can at arm's length and move my wrist around, I can hear this movement. So keep that in mind. There are new versions of this watch. I think the newest one is the Symphony III, and that one has a different movement in it, and it has hand winding and hacking. So if that's something you absolutely need, you're going to have to check out some of the newer versions of the Orient Symphony. But there you can see the open case back on these watches, which is nice. Has a tan color there, but we're kind of getting ahead of ourselves a little bit. Talk about design and durability of these watches. Of course, when you're talking about dress watches, durability is going to be different than if you're talking about a regular tool watch or something that you would take on a hike or a Casio ProTrack or something like that. Obviously, these will not compare because these have a specific purpose. They're worn on dressier occasions. So perhaps with a suit and tie, if you're doing something formal, not going on, some sort of hiking expedition or anything like that with these watches. The case is a simple design, almost non-existent bezel there, but that bezel does have, somewhat of a nice slope to it. Of course, this stainless steel version, the case is all polished. You can see some of the scratches that have shown up on my watch since I've worn it, but all the portions of the case are polished on this version. And then of course the black version has that IP coating, but there is somewhat of a shine to it, and it does pick up fingerprints for sure. The lugs on these watches do slope down slightly, angle downward, and like I said, there's that open case back, and it's a screw down case back. The crown is a push-pull crown. There's just two positions. The first position allows you to manipulate the date, and then the second position allows you to change the time, and you can see there's no hacking there. Again, the crown is easy to use. It's not too big, not too small, and there are no crown guards on this watch. Let's talk about the dial. It's really elegant and simple, and it, I think, is what makes this watch shine. All the dial elements work together flawlessly, kind of like a symphony, you might say. The Dauphine style hands are there, and they're polished, and the indices are polished as well, and they seem to be applied onto the dial, so they have a nice shine and shimmer as you move the watch around, and you can see there are different angles on the indices there, which allow for you to play around with it in the light and get some of that glistening there. So the dial is really nice, simple, elegant, and it's very legible. I have no problems reading this watch. There is a date, as you can see, on these watches, and to me it looks like as if the background is a silver color on both with the black numerals there. The dial really has a sunburst look to it. You can see it in the right light. The black one is a little more difficult to see here on camera, but it does have that sunburst effect. And you do get a chapter ring in there with marked out seconds indices, and you also get the Orient name painted on with the word automatic, and then water resist, and you have Japan movement down below with some numbers. But the Orient symbol or insignia, whatever you'd like to call it, it seems to be applied as far as I can tell. But really the dial is what makes this watch shine, as I've already mentioned. And of course, you can already tell there's no lume on these watches whatsoever. I'm going to throw some wrist shots in here so you can see what these both look like on my wrists in a dress situation, wearing the suit and tie, because these are dress watches, so I wanted you to see what they look like wearing a dress shirt with a suit jacket. And you can see that they wear nicely. This 41mm case works nicely on my 6.5-inch wrists. Let's talk about the bracelets of these watches. Let's start with the stainless steel bracelet. This is a folded link bracelet. The two center links here are polished, while the others, the one directly in the middle and the two on the outside, have more of a brushed look to them. And you can see the scratches and the wear for sure, different smudges and things like that. Like I said, I do wear this watch. The clasp is a simple fold over clasp with a couple buttons, but I do have to say that this engraved logo is a nice touch, and it looks nice on the bracelet clasp there. There is 2 micro adjustments there, as you can see. The black version has this genuine leather strap, and it's made to look like crocodile, I believe, and it's held up pretty well so far. I believe the buckle is IP coated as well, and you can see the Orient name on the buckle, but it is a genuine leather strap, and there are 10 points of adjustment there. And I've found on the very last one, that's where I wear it for my 6.5-inch wrist. Let's talk about price. When I bought these watches, I bought them from a website called Mass Drop, and I think they've changed their name to just Drop at this point. I'll leave a link in the description to them. They have watches and various other items, and a lot of times you can find good deals. I got both of these watches for under $100 a piece, and I think you can still find them out there for that price, right around $100, even a little bit below for this Gen 1 version of the Orient Symphony. If you're looking for the newer versions, they're going to be a little bit more because a lot of the components are better. The movement is better on the newer versions. But if you have the money to spend, perhaps you want to get one of the newer versions. But if you're only got $100, this is a great option for sure. I'm going to share my final thoughts now, so I'll meet you back in front of the camera. Well, there you have it, the Orient Symphony. Perhaps this is the best automatic dress watch in this price range that is out there today. You can still find this Gen 1 version for around $100 if you get lucky, but if you have the money, maybe you spend a little bit more to pick up the Gen 2 or the Gen 3. I think it's worth it. But my verdict is you really can't go wrong picking up an Orient Symphony. It's really a beautiful dress watch for an affordable price. So if you're looking for something like that, this is a good place to look. If you liked this video or found it helpful in any way, I hope that you'll like the video. And please subscribe to our channel, help us grow. Maybe you like the fact that I'm wearing a suit. You can like the video for that reason too if you want. And down in the comments below, let me know what dress watch you're wearing these days, whether or not you like the Orient Symphony or you prefer something else. And if you have any other thoughts or ideas about a dress watch, an automatic dress watch in this price range, right around $100, I'd love to hear what those might be. But thanks for tuning in today to J City Reviews, and we'll see you in the next video.